The story begins with an accident scene which destroys the happy life of his family. Within a few hours, they lost everything because in that accident they lost their most precious thing, that is their son Nitin. Rachel can't bear this shock. The house in the New York where they have spent so many years living their dream life now feels like hell, especially for Rachel, who is completely broken. In such a situation, Anthony decides to escape from it all by making a big decision to leave everything behind and return to his childhood home, which is which is in an unknown village in Finland, a place hardly known to everyone, but which is perfect for their mental health. Apart from them, there was another victim of this tragedy, that is Elot, Nitin's twin brother, their own other son. The poor boy was completely alone. As soon as the decision is finalized, they move out. The first day is spent shifting their belongings. Elot likes the house so much, but he also wants Nitin things in the same room, so he doesn't feel his absence as much. Rachel can't refuse him and gives him some of the Nitin's toys, but Anthony knows this isn't right. A lot need to accept the truth, which is why they have so came so far. Neither Rachel nor Elot understand this. Next morning, Anthony buries all of Nitin's belonging in front of the house. After that, they go boating on a lake. Anthony knows there is a stone nearby that is believed to grant wishes if you touch it. Elot finds this very interesting and quickly places his hand on the stone but doesn't tell anyone what he wished for. Rachel doesn't pay much attention, thinking it's just a childish act. But right after this, Rachel starts noticing changes in Elot. One day she sees him playing alone in his room, but behaving as if someone else is with him. Rachel asks. He shut the door in her face. Later he gets out of the bed at night and goes to sleep on Nitin's bed. The next day, the villager arranges a welcome party for them. Elot enjoys it a lot, talking to everyone. But Rachel feels bored and alone. She can't mingle with everyone and feels like people are staring at her strangely. A woman named Helen approaches Rachel and tells her that the villagers don't like her much. Helen tells Rachel some strange things, like she have seen Nitin in her dream and her son has returned after a year. While talking, Helen's expression became very strange, as if she is very excited. She perhaps wants to say more but suddenly leaves. Rachel feels disturbed by his voice and words. Later, the villager asks Rachel and Anthony to swing on a swing as a part of a ritual for newlywed who missed it at their wedding. Rachel refuses at first, but Anthony insists, so she agrees. As the swing goes higher, she starts to panic, and after a while, Elot disappears. In her anxiety, she faints. Elot is found in a field, but no one knows why he went there or what he was saying. Rachel finds this very strange, as Elot has never behaved like this before. Rachel shares her concern with Anthony, hoping things will get better if she talk about them. But Anthony doesn't seem interested and brushes it off. Day passes and Rachel starts to recover, trying to move on from her past, but Anthony becomes weaker day by day, missing Nitin. Even more, the most frightening change is in Elot, who now calls himself Nitin and digs up Nitin's things to keep with him. Rachel also starts having strange dreams, seeing Nitin everywhere, as if he want to come back to her. Rachel became very disturbed, so Anthony takes her to the psychiatrist, who says the dreams are due to hypertension and that she needs to calm herself down as it's affecting their son as well. Rachel doesn't agree. She feels something else is going on, especially with Lord calling himself Nitin. One day, Rachel visits Helen and what she learns shocks her. Helen tells her that the village is not ordinary. The villagers secretly worship the devil. Rachel had perhaps never noticed that there is no churches, there is no cross, and everything is in round shape, representing the devil symbol. Helen says that since coming to the village, her son changes her due to the villagers' influence. Lot wishes for his brother's return, and now at night Nitin comes to him, but it's not a real Nitin, it's the devil in the form of Nitin trying to possess Lot. Rachel can't take it anymore and leaves in the middle of the conversation. But Helen keeps following her, telling her about her own husband, who was punished for suspecting the villagers and was made to suffer a fate worse than the death. She gives Rachel a photo showing her husband's face blurred as a sign of possession and warns Rachel to be careful. That night, Rachel spends a long time talking about this. She starts taking picture of Elot, but he gets angry and tells her not to. This is strange, as he used to love having photos taken. Rachel hears Elot saying he doesn't love his father, that he always runs away and only loves Nitin. Elot's aggression keeps increasing and he becomes violent. Rachel in anger burns Nitin's toys. That night, Rachel has a terrifying dream. She sees Nitin calling her and follows Elot into a dark room where he is sitting in front of the mirror with a candle. Elot says he wants to talk to Nitin, and when Rachel looks into the mirror, she feels Nitin's touch and sees that the burnt toy in the Elot's hand. She realizes that Elot is actually Nitin. Suddenly, a group of villagers, including Anthony, surrounds her. They say they can bring Nitin back in exchange for Elot. Before Rachel can react, Elot disappears and the villagers attack her, tie her up, and inject her with something that make her unconscious. She doesn't know what happened next, but when she wakes up, everything seems normal, as if it was all dream. But when she develops the photo, she sees that Elot isn't in any of them. Frightened, she runs to Helen, who says this is a warning from the devil, who want to be born on earth through Elot. Rachel brings Helen to her house for help, but as soon as Helen sees Elot, she changes her mind and runs away. Rachel doesn't understand but follows Helen. When they come downstairs, they see the house is filled with the villagers as if they were waiting for them. The villagers inject Rachel again and loses unconsciousness. Helen was right. The villagers are indeed evil worshippers. They begin a horrifying ritual in the center of the village, dressing Rachel up like one of them. The women hold her down so she can't escape, and Anthony, acting as the main priest, sacrificing Elot by slitting his throat, covering Rachel in his blood and forcing her to drink it. They draw a symbol on her stomach with the blood. Suddenly, Rachel's stomach swells as if she is 9 months pregnant, and something start to moving inside her. Rachel is terrified, crying, not wanting to give birth to the devil, but the villagers doesn't stop. They throw her into a lake, and what happened next is unknown, as the scene ends here. Next morning, everything seems normal. Rachel wakes up peacefully, hearing her son calling her up. Hearing his voice, she breaks out the locked room and runs outside. She hears Anthony taking to the village. Rachel thinks they want to imprison her, and after last night, she has no doubt about their intention. She runs to save her son, following his voice to the basement, where she finds Elot tied up in a box. Rachel doesn't waste a minute and escapes with him into the forest. Anthony follows, begging Rachel to stop, warning her that running from the truth will only make things worse. They struggle, and in her anger, Rachel picks up a stone to attack Anthony. He doesn't defend himself, as he is too tired of this life and Rachel's madness. In the final scene, a big revelation is made. The truth about the accident. Rachel always thought Anthony was driving, but in reality she was alone with Nitin that day. Her anger and distraction caused the accident and killed the Nitin. The even big truth is that Lot never existed. He was a creation of Rachel's mind to cope with her guilt. Anthony went along with her delusion just to keep her happy, but also her madness grew. It impossible her from hiding to others. Eventually, they moved to the village, where the villagers also helped to maintain the Rachel's health. But day by day, Rachel's mental state deteriorated so much that she became completely detached from the reality, seeing darkness and evil everywhere. And Helen is also one of the same kind of victim in the village. In the end, Rachel loses everything, including Anthony, who dies during a struggle with her. She is left alone. Still, she is lost in her own fantasy world, imagining her 2 children with Anthony,